Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Brandon, you're watching M.O.N.Comics. I'm here with my buddy Kris Parker, longtime channel friend and supporter, and we were at Syracuse Collectors Con today. It's crappy out, it's raining.
Hey, it's all right. We're gonna see some comics.
Let's go find some comic books. What are you looking at, Kris?
Well, looking at this one here, Submariner number 8.
Nice
Thing and Submariner battle
got
cover.
a cool date stamp up
Yep.
here.
It's
a cool cover, man. Robert Wall, Alexander Knox. Found another YouTuber.
Hi guys.
Jason, Renegade Rants Comics. Here with me and Kris, just hanging out, hunting comics. So, yeah, good show. A lot of things. Not a ton of comic dealers, so see what we find. Jay, what are you hunting here? What do you got, man?
Punisher, Warzone, and War Journal, and I had a vein.
And Darkhawk on it, huh?
Oh no, this one's going to Nate at Hall, yeah, because he's into his Darkhawk.
Spoilers! All right, just got done at Syracuse Collectors Con. We got some books, we got some goodies. Now, now we're gonna head over to Funky Town Comics and Vinyl and see what we can find there.
Let's go.
All right, guys, we're back at home base. So yeah, that was Syracuse Collectors Con. It is held at the New York State Fairgrounds in Syracuse, New York annually. This is the second year I've gone. Really fun show. It is, in fact, a collector's show. You know, everything from, of course, some comic books to handmade goods, vintage toys, modern toys. They have the Central New York Ghostbusters there. They have the 501st Legion there. They just have so much going on. They have celebrities. They have wrestling, entertainment features. It's a really cool, fun show. The more important thing about that show is I finally got to meet up with my buddy Kris. He lives about an hour the other way of Syracuse, like west of Syracuse. I live an hour southeast, and we've been trying to talk since we've known each other for over almost 2 years now about getting together for a show, and we haven't been able to connect. We finally did. It was so nice to finally meet Kris. He was such a fun, cool guy. And as a bonus, Jason from Renegade Rants Comics was there, as well as his awesome friend Shawn ended up hanging out. We got to walk around the show together. You know, it was great to have multiple sets of eyes looking for short boxes or long boxes or displays, because there wasn't like a ton of comic-centric sellers there. You saw the one person I previewed that had the wall books and some short boxes and long boxes. A lot of the other dealers had, you know, just maybe a short box or a long box, and then toys. It was very much an amalgamation of a lot of things. So it was nice to have people, you know, keeping eyes out for where stuff was. There was another seller there with a bunch of long boxes where I ended up getting a lot of my stuff from, and it's someone I've featured on the channel multiple times before. So before we get into the haul, if you guys wouldn't mind liking, subscribing to the video, and leave me a comment. Tell me if you think I got a good deal for what I'm about to show you. So yeah, very excited about the books I got. I had a whole list, I'll put it up here, of what I was going for. And this list was very reading centric. Yeah, I've been reading a ton more comics lately. My collecting goals I've set for the year, I'm not rushing to get them done. We just hit April, which although the year is going pretty fast, with that said, I'm not trying to I'm trying to enjoy it, savor it, spread it out throughout the year. So let me show you the books I got into. All right, so this first batch of books came from my good friends Mark and Aaron of Blue Eyes Auction. I've talked about their Facebook group before. They do weekly Wednesday live sales. They do random pop-up buy it nows or auctions on their Facebook page, and they're also at basically any show in Central New York. Now, there's not a ton of shows in Central New York that are comic centric, toy centric. There's a few, but this is probably the bigger one. There is IthacaCon down in Ithaca, New York. That's like 45 minutes from me too. Could go to that, but I chose to go to this one because it was easier for Kris to meet up with me at, and we all met up and got lunch at Dinosaur Barbecue after, which was a big treat. So I went to Mark, and he had, I don't know, 10 long boxes, and each long box was marked $2 for each comic. So they were all modern comics. I didn't see any older ones. There could have been, but I didn't dig through all the boxes. But he had some stuff I was looking for and some stuff I wanted but didn't expect to see, if that makes sense. So the first set of books I got were The Devil's Reign. So this is issue number 1 from 2021, cover art by Mark Cicchetto, colors by Marcio Menyz, and written by Chip Zdarsky, who everyone has told me Chip Zdarsky has been prolific in Daredevil writing, so I've wanted to get into reading some of his stuff. This was for first appearance of Kingpin's Thunderbolts, but more importantly, they are speculating that the next season of Daredevil to come out on Disney Plus will have some elements of this book tied into it. More specifically, the Anti-Vigilante Task Force is featured in these books. So as you can see through the footage, I was digging through, I found this, I was like, all right, $2, sweet. Like, definitely want to get that to read. And I started looking, they weren't in order, so I started hunting around. Did in fact find issue 4, again, same creative team, and this is from 2022. And then I found, and this is a sweet cover. Oh, they're all great covers, but issue 5. So it's got like the American flag with Kingpin and a lot of the street level vigilantes and superheroes down on the ground. Really can't wait to read this. I've been looking for the last 3 copies I need. So issues 2, 3, and 6 on eBay, and like they're not horribly priced. They're a little pricier than what I want to pay. What really gets you is the shipping. So I think I can find them cheaper. I've reached out to a couple dealers to see if they have it, because I'd rather buy it from just one person that I know to support them and get the rest of them. So I'm not even going to dip into these until I get the other 3, but really excited to see these and snag them and pull them out. So yeah, The Devil's Reign. Can't wait to read this. This stack of books, I didn't expect to get that day, but I'm so glad, again, Kris, you're my good luck charm. We were digging through, and Kris is like, hey, you're collecting something that's killing the children still. And I said, yeah, I am. I just haven't really focused on it lately, you know? And he's like, they got a bunch here, dude. So we started looking through, and he's got a lot of lower number issues. And at $2 a book, I couldn't go wrong. So let me go through this stack and show you what I got. Now, I told myself I wasn't collecting runs anymore. I got out of the Fantastic Four run. It was taking up a lot of space. But the thing is, that was 62 issues that I was into out of 102, and I was going to keep getting more. This is, you know, like, I don't know, there's only like 40 issues right now that I have, and I almost have all of what I want to get my hands on. A lot of variant covers and stuff that people have gifted me or I thought was cool art. So it's not taking up as much space. So that's how I'm justifying it, because I really love the story and I really love the art. So first issue, Something is Killing the Children, issue 4 from 2019. It's going to be the same creative team on all the books. If you're not familiar with it, it's written by James Tinian IV and art by Werther Dell'Edera. And this is the first cameo appearance of Aaron Slaughter, who is a monster hunter. Now, if you're not familiar with Something is Killing the Children, it is based around the Order of St. George, which is a house of monster hunters. And there are different families within this house that all do different tasks or are in charge of different aspects of monster hunting. And the Slaughter family are monster hunters. So this is the first cameo appearance of Aaron Slaughter. And guys, these are all, I think that he got these from a shop that maybe went out of business. It's got Sanctuary Comics from Watertown, New York. My buddy Jason from Renegade Rants Comics will be able to tell me. I didn't notice these till I got them home. These are all super high grade, guys. I mean, I don't know if they've even been taken out or read, but for black covers, really nice. I'm absolutely going to read them. So issue number 4 I picked up. I just love the art. I love this, just everything about it. Issue number 6 from 2020. First full appearance of Aaron Slaughter. So I've got his cameo appearance. I got his first full appearance and first full appearance of Cecilia Slaughter. So very cool. I read the graphic novels, but now that I've got a bunch of them, I can read almost in order. Issue number 7 from 2020. No Key Significance. Just a sweet cover. I said, Chris, grab them all. Issue number 8 from 2020, another one that's not a key. I'm using Key Collector right now to identify keys. If I'm wrong and these are a key and you're more familiar with it than I am, please tell me. Feel free to chime in. Issue number 9 for 2020, first cameo appearance of Jessica Slaughter. Look at that monster right over the kid's bed. Awesome. Issue number 10 from 2020. This is, spoiler alert, Death of Aaron Slaughter. I remember reading this in the graphic novel and how that goes down. Really violent. Issue number 12 from 2020. Again, not a key, just a filler issue. Issue number 13 from 2020. First appearance of Maxine Slaughter. You can see it's all their last names are Slaughter. Helps maintain anonymity throughout the world. And then issue number 14 from 2021. So I got to go back and check. I have the first issue reprinted, which I'm fine with. I really don't have a desire to go after the first issue right now. If I can just read it, that's fine. But I'm only like a few issues away from the lower issues of having a run up to, like, I think issues 27 or 28. I gotta look. I can't wait. I was wanting to make this video before I got the other books out. I didn't want to get them confused, so I could see what I really needed. But guys, at $2 a piece for all these books, I paid $24. Yeah, I was pretty happy with that. I haven't looked up too many comp prices, but I think I did okay. Again, leave me a comment. Tell me if you're more of a collector of these than I am and more familiar with what these run. 4 is the lowest issue I have now, I think. So I just got to grab 2 and 3 and 5. 5 is a little pricier because it is a key. So really happy. Thanks, Aaron and Mark. I really appreciate you guys bringing some awesome stock of comics to that show. In addition to the show, we had to, since Chris was in the area and he'd never been, we had to jump over to Funky Town Comics and Vinyls, see my boys Michael, Jesse, and Jeff. Always an awesome experience. Their shop was open that day. They just gotten a huge toy collection. I didn't take any footage that day because I've done so much footage of their shop already. I should have taken some. This toy collection they got in is massive, from G.I. Joes, Star Wars, Transformers, Vintage to Modern. They got tons of Star Wars helmets. It was insane, but we were there to hunt comics. Chris was happy to go there. Jason and his friend Shawn came along there, and we went there before we hit lunch. I did pick up 2 books there that were recommended to me. First of all, shout out to Funky Town also. Biker Mice from Mars. Does anyone ever remember that cartoon and toy line? They hooked me up with this sweet hoodie that they got as a promotion. So thank you, Jeff, for hooking me up with that. I have a feeling my wife's going to steal this because it's super comfy. So, like, we'll probably have a fire this summer and she'll come walking down in it. So thanks for that, guys. The 2 books I picked up, these were recommendations from my buddy Chinmo of 3 Men in the Basement YouTube channel. He was on the Big 5 Live last week, and he was talking about the Planet Hulk storyline within the Credible Hulk run. And so I picked up, he only had 2 issues, so I figured if I can grab them in person, I should do it. So the Planet Hulk storyline starts at issues 92 to 105. Said it's really great, an awesome read. So this is issue 95 from 2006, cover art by Jose Ladron and written by Greg Pak. So again, the Planet Hulk storyline, he said it was really awesome, recommended to me, Hulk fighting in outer space. So for this one, they had $7 on it. I think I got a discount. I think I used some points that day. And then I also picked up issue 102 within that storyline. So I got quite a few to get to read it. But I'll be patient and pick them up it'll be like a fun little side hunt for me, like an inexpensive side hunt. If I've gotten itched to buy some comics, maybe I'll just pick up 1 or 2 of these issues. Same creative team on this book as well. So thanks to the guys at Funky Town Comic and Vinyl for getting me 2 of the Planet Hulk books. I'm really excited to dig into this whole series. All right, folks, so really fun show. All said and done, I got all these books for $34. I call that a big win on the day. Very excited. Leave me a comment. Tell me how you think I did down below. I've just loved reading more lately. It's been really fun for me to set time aside to read. And it's fun to go after the bigger books and, huge keys and stuff like that. The stuff I'm used to buying. But man, there's something to be said about going to a show in a comic shop and picking up a stack of books that you wanted for your run or to read for less than $40. So really great time. Thank you again to Syracuse Collectors Con for putting on a good show. Thank you to the boys at Funky Town Comic and Vinyl for always being so kind. Thank you to Kris and Jason and Shawn for meeting up and having a blast of a day and going out to lunch. It was a really cool day. So I hope you guys have a great, safe weekend. Till next time, keep reading those comics.